If you're struggling with awakening and ascension, and you're between the 3D and the 5D, constantly shifting between the two, how do you remain in the fifth dimension while still operating in the third dimension? Because we still need to walk around and do what we have to do, shop, buy your stuff, work, if that's what you want to do, to live in this realm, but a consciousness of the fifth dimension. In order to remain in the fifth dimension while physically being in the third dimension, there's a couple of things that really help. The first thing is to remain as present as you can while operating in the third dimension. So while we're here, we don't think about bills, we don't think about all the ordinary bullshit that we think of in these thought patterns, negative thought patterns that constantly keep us trapped in the 3D and not allowing us to experience higher frequencies, higher vibrations, higher densities, and having a high timeline in the third dimension, which allows more of a flow state as opposed to a resistance state. So our consciousness is in the fifth dimension. That's where our thinking, let's say, comes from. That's when we choose to operate our mind to think or reflect or ask a question. We use our mind when we need it. In the third dimension, our mind is just full of these collective consciousness thought patterns, primarily negative, to keep us, as I said, stuck in this low vibrational thought pattern. The only way to break those low vibrational thought patterns is to be present as much as you can. You can't turn your thoughts off. I know, people just say stop thinking, and I get it, and it sounds easy. The easiest way is take a step back from yourself and just observe your thoughts. Just let them come and go. Like an analogy they say a lot is, your thoughts are a leaf. You put the leaf on the water, you let the water go with whatever thought it was. We don't attach to that thought in any way, shape or form. We just observe it. You'll know you're doing it right when you see the thought. It comes and goes. You don't get caught up in it. The next thought comes and goes, but you don't have an emotional attachment to it. If you are having emotional attachments to your thoughts, then you're feeding into your thoughts. And that's what we want to stop doing, is we don't want to feed into our thoughts, especially the negative collective consciousness thoughts. The collective consciousness is the thought patterns of everybody on the planet that is going through this motions of thinking, creating this collective consciousness reality. We're going to shift this collective consciousness reality over a period of time by raising the vibration and thought patterns to lift the vibration of the planet, to bring us into a better state of being and a better vibrational frequency for Earth, Mother Gaia, for all of us, the galaxy, brothers and sisters, everybody. So being present, what does that mean? Be present, what does that mean? It means do things with deliberate actions. So as Eckhart Tolle would say, most people in the morning when they get up and they make their coffee, they're fumbling, they grab the tin, pull it out, stick it in their cup, put the water in, good to go. There's no consciousness in that whatsoever. There's no presence in that. So, try when you make your coffee, be present. Watch yourself reach to grab the coffee. See the coffee coming down. See yourself open the tin with presence. Because when you're in presence, when you're in your present operating moments, there's not a lot of room for thoughts of past or future or to come in, because you're present. You're in this engaged moment. You know, times where if you say doing something that you absolutely love, like painting or music, like drumming, for example, if you're playing drums and you're with, I don't know, rehearsal or something along those lines, you'll find that the only thing that will go through your mind is the music. You might be in the studio for 6 hours The only thing that goes through your mind in those 6 hours is everything to do with the band and everything that's happening in front of you. If you take a break and it's longer than usual, you'll find your mind will start to wonder. Oh, I wonder what he's doing, wonder what they're doing at home, having dinner, blah, blah, blah. As soon as you sit back down, bang, thoughts are gone, you're back on stage. And that's how we have to treat life. Whether it's driving, showering, you have a shower instead of just standing there, showering, see the water washing over you, use your imagination and see the energy, the negative energies being dragged away from you from this beautiful cleansing water. I know it's got chlorine in it, I get that. We'll take care of that too. Over time, everything will come right. I've got to say, here in Australia where I am, up in Gympie, they've taken chlorine out of the water. Now in Australia, for something like that to happen, holy shit. But anyway, geez, man. If a town in Australia can do that, that's a really good sign. Because there's people starting to wake up to these highly dangerous chemicals. Fluoride, chlorine, come on, people. Anyway, I'm not saying people as in general, I'm saying the people that put the shit in there. So presence, very important. Live in the moment. It's the best you can do. Live in the moment. Be in touch with your emotions. Feel your emotions when they arise. Is it to do with the thought process? Is it to do with outside stimulation? Remove everything in the 3D that doesn't serve you or will help you move forward in your path. That means the simplest thing is a subscription you don't need, an email address you don't need, contacts in your phone that you don't deal with, people on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all those crappy platforms that you don't deal with. Let them go. Let them go. If they're no longer there serving you, there's no harm in unfriending them and letting them go. Bit by bit, day by day. You don't have to grab a machete and just chop shit out of the 3D. That's not what I'm saying. Just take note of how you feel each morning when you awaken, how you want to be, set your intentions, how you want to be, how you want to think that day. And be present about it. If you find yourself getting more involved in the 3D, put your hand on your heart, close your eyes if you can, take a couple of deep breaths and just recenter yourself, bring yourself back. That'll bring yourself back so you can start moving forward again. Remove everything. Declutter your house. Remove paintings, photos, anything that doesn't align or serve with you anymore. Remove people, places, environments that don't serve you anymore. And I tell you what, it sounds hard, and it is. I get it. It is. It's hard. It's hard when you battle your family for 50 years and then finally you say, you know what, fuck off. I'm done. I've had enough. It's freeing. It is freeing. It's freeing. Because we know deep down inside, people hurt us, situations hurt us, our thoughts hurt us. But we give ourselves permission for this to happen, not verbally. I didn't wake up and say, hey, I verbally allow my ex, not ex-partner, but ex as in variable, to attack me today, to yell at me today, to call me a name today. But it's like Sadhguru says, words don't hurt you, you allow them. What I mean by this is, if somebody comes up to me and says, hey mate, you're a fucking idiot, I'm going to go, yeah, okay, whatever. Whatever you think, mate, I don't care, whatever. And I'm going to walk away and it's just going to water off a duck's back. Why? Because I know it's not true. Whatever you think of me is none of my business. And frankly, I don't care. The reason I don't care is because I used to care what people thought, but it was a hindrance. It was a bad hindrance and controlling from other parties. But when you say, hang on, no, cut. Doesn't suit me anymore. We're not playing that game anymore. People freak out because they lose control over you. When they lose control over you, they don't want to be around you because they can't get anything out of you anymore. Money, friendship, your energy, your vitality, your prana, your life force, because that's what your energy is. Your energy is your life force. And each and every day in the 3D, we run around and we just hand out our life force to bosses, to people, to shopping centers, to people in the cars. And then we get home, we go, oh my God, what a draining day. It is. It's very draining. But you don't have to be part of that. You can say, okay, I can see what this person here is doing, and I don't want to be part of it anymore. So I can either pull my energy back, tell this person, yeah, look, it's not really working anymore, or just, I'm not saying ghost people. A lot of times you won't get closure from people. If somebody's hurt you, you're not going to get closure. They're not going to allow it. You create closure for yourself. You close it, you pull the energy, you cut the cord, you smile, send love, forgive, smile, take that next step in your life. When you are on your own and you have time to bring yourself back, that's where you embody or really start working with the fifth dimensional consciousness of what it is you want in your life. Moving from lack and what you don't have, which is definitely a 3D programming structure, more into at least the balance, to more into the positive, optimistic side of life. In the 3D, a lot of train of thoughts are first thing in the morning, oh my God, I've got to pay the power bill. It's overdue. Oh God, Rejo's due. Oh, went to the letterbox, got this bill. We get stuck in this thought pattern. How do I make more money? As soon as you ask that, the money says, yeah, see you mate, I'm off, bye, can't catch me. So we end up in this loop. Again, like the donkey with the carrot. We're the donkey chasing the carrot, which is money, that you'll never obtain. You'll have enough to survive. And with a job called just over broke, because that's what a job means, just over broke, that's all you'll be. Just over broke. Every day for the rest of your life. You have the ability to make that change. I'm just gonna move over here. Neighbors have come home. Pretty loud. So it's up to you. It's up to us to make any necessary changes that will resonate and align our life to make our life, I'm not going to say as easy as we can, because we're always going to have a challenge in life, but they will get easier. Something I've noticed in the 3-dimensional is, and I may have mentioned it in another video, some people will catch all the worst in the 3D because that's where their mindset is. They'll get all the red lights, they'll never get a car space, they'll get cut off, they'll get behind the slowest people, they'll go to the coffee shop will be closed, they'll go to the bakery, they'll have no food left. Everything bad that can possibly happen to you does. And you go, holy shit, man, why is that? This is why. Because when you constantly hold those negative thoughts in your mind with the emotions imbued with it, you're now manifesting the red lights, the boss that has a go at you, the running late, the no coffee, the coffee's cold, the coffee's got no sugar, my Big Mac doesn't even have a Mac in it. This shit happens. But if you change your thought even just by a little bit, what you'll notice is you'll start catching green lights. You'll be on a road and it'll be like, oh my God, this guy's so slow. And all of a sudden, they'll pull out of your way. It's like, oh shit, thank you. When this happens for me, I'm very grateful. I'll always say, I've seen that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'm very grateful. Because the universe, we need to show appreciation to the universe for these things to happen, to bring more of them into our lives. So now that I've said that, be observant. Watch people around you. Watch their actions, their mannerisms. You can see the people that are caught up in their world like a tornado of chaos and drama. And everybody that I'm talking to right now knows somebody in their life. If that's not you coming out of it, yourself. I made a conscious decision. And let's say I had a very deep, detailed chat with Source, who at the time, I thought I was disconnected, and I really thought I was alone. Today I realized that no, that's far from the truth. I definitely have a strong connection to Source, and I definitely have connections to a lot of ascended masters and beings out there that want to help me on my path. And everybody has, well, let's not say everybody, there are some non-playing characters, soulless creatures here on the planet. Yes, there are. And we need to avoid them. They're the people you look into their eyes, the lights are on, there's nobody home. They're dangerous, stay away. But observe these people. And then when you see that, ask yourself, why is that happening to that person? Because then you can reflect on that. And you can say, well, does that happen to me? I find that if I think like this happens. Well, what if I just changed my viewpoint, my perspective, very important perspective, just a little bit? What would happen? Try it. Experiment. There's nothing better in life than experimenting. Why? Because you are with yourself 24/7, 365. Nothing you can do about it. So what better opportunity to practice some shit? Yeah, every day, every second, every day to practice some shit. Embody it. Run with it. Experiment. I love experimenting. Experimenting allows me to see contrasts. The good, the bad, the indifferent, the ugly, whatever it is. Because it allows me to see the best way forward. To make the best decision with the highest consciousness. We're in the 3D, but we don't have to operate as we used to before. The whole idea of everybody now is to be in the 3D, but be consciously in the 5th dimension. That's how we're going to raise the frequency. That's how the planet and humanity is going to evolve, by reaching a point of awakening and raising of consciousness and vibration to the point where we'll cross that threshold and there's no going back. Right now, the distractions, the deletes, like the darkness, let's say, they're pulling all stops right now because they know they're losing. Losing. They know they're losing. So they're going to run with every distraction they possibly can. They're going to throw everything your way. Don't believe it. Don't believe any of it. Close your eyes and it'll all disappear. Now, I used to say to my partner all the time, does America exist? Does anything outside my perspective or what I can see to my horizon, is there anything beyond that? People tell me there is, but is there? As far as I know, if I close my eyes, all of it disappears. And then I open my eyes and I'm being told by my subconscious what I'm seeing. But does any of this bullshit outside our perspective exist? Matter? Is it a game? Is it a story? Is it a story to keep us trapped? Yes, I know a lot of this bad shit happens. It's been happening for a long time. It's because of these secret societies that wanted all the wealth and the power of the world, and they had their chance, and they've run with it, and they've caused some pretty bad shit on this planet. And it's time for you guys to, like, I don't know, maybe like pack up and leave now. Yeah, that's right. Pack up and leave. Run with your tail between your legs, because your time is done. Now it's our time. It's our time to take back our life, take back our planet, take back our wealth, take back our health, help each other, be there for each other. But if people shit on you, get rid of them. Myself as a dark empath, I was just an empath, but somebody decided to push my dark buttons and found out it's not a good idea. But anyway, as a dark empath, we are so loving with everybody out there. And I found in my life that even when people kick the shit out of me, I'd stand up and give them a hug and a kiss and say, I love you. Like, that's pretty damaging, really, right? But when we're programmed, especially empaths, we're not programmed, but when we feel that we have to help this person, we have to keep going, we have to think like, oh, they'll be okay. If only I did this, if only I did this. No, we could spend 10 years in that pattern. We say, no, I'm not putting up with this anymore. You can either be like this with me, and I'm not talking about changing people here. I'm just talking, if somebody doesn't walk with you and it's a 50-50 relationship, it's not a relationship, look at it closely, observe, if you have to, let them go. Make space for better people, better situations, better opportunities. 3D is always going to be a challenge, but it's up to you how you navigate the challenge. For me, before I went through what happened to me, I seen this as a game, but a rigged game. Now I see it as a game, and it's my game. Because I'm changing the rules. I'm changing the rules how I use my perspective, how I use my mind, how I use my emotions, how I manifest. I'm playing my game now, and I'm going to build a team of powerful people that are going to bring some change to this place. They're here. We're on our way to meet each other, our soul family. Yeah, soul family. You know, I myself, a few days ago, I went to visit my mum. And when I visit my mum, I have to pep talk myself. Me. Yeah. Let's just say that visit didn't go very well. There were some words that were used that shouldn't have. And I realized at that point of time, I'm done. This is not for me anymore. And I'm sharing this because it doesn't bother. I don't mind what people think about my life or what I'm doing. The fact of the matter is that person, no matter who it is, mother, father, partner, I don't care. If you don't gel with me, you're not coming on this path. You're not coming on this journey. You're not welcome to come where I'm going. Where I came from, you stay there. You stay in shitland. I'm going over here. I'm going to be with these people over here that mean well, are genuine, they have good hearts. They have good hearts. And they're the people I want to be around and play with. Play, that's right, play. Life's too serious. We need to play. Sometimes in life, it took me a while to understand this, to surrender. To surrender. To say, you know what, fuck this. My decisions and everything, opinions and everything that brought me to this place, is this working for me? Is this giving me the life I want? Is this aligning with me? Is this allowing me to reach as many people as I can to help? No, it's not. Okay, what do I have to do? Well, a bit. Life can be overwhelming. Navigating the 3D world can be hard. It's having the necessary tools. There's a saying, Alex Hormozi. You can only grow to what you've been exposed to. If you're not challenged out there in life, you can't grow. If you don't take risks out in life, you can't grow. They say the biggest risk in life is not taking any risks. It's living such a dull, humdrum life, it's not funny. Why are you here? This is an amazing time in our life. Like the aliens are here, aliens. Let's say brothers and sisters. I'm not going to use that word. That's a horrible word. It means that we just don't identify and something doesn't agree with our perception. Let's say alien to us. But our brothers and sisters are here. You know, and it's time. It's time that we shift some things around. It's time that we all started looking at ourselves, healing ourselves, because as each of us heal even just a little bit of ourselves, we heal Mother Gaia, as well as ourselves, of course. We heal the collective. We heal others. Healing journey. What does healing mean? It doesn't mean to go to your doctor. I'm not saying, okay, I'm not a health specialist here. I just know that doctors are shit. I know that doctors won't give you the right advice. And I'll tell you why. Because they do not acknowledge the spirit or the soul. They do not acknowledge the chakra systems. They do not acknowledge the meridians, not a lot. They do not acknowledge the energy systems. They do not acknowledge a lot of things that are in the spiritual world, but they'll only treat in the physical. Doctors are not. There's integrated doctors, yes. There's integrated psychologists, which are psychologists and spiritualists. They can be very powerful, but they can't tell you that they're psychologists and spiritualists because it's frowned upon. Because these psychologists and psychiatrists, they just want your money. Like I've heard, like, you know, you might need 300 sessions at $300 an hour and we still might not fix you. What a load of shit that is. Here's how you fix yourself. Say no to everybody and do what you want in life. It's pretty powerful saying no. And that really is the only way you're going to free yourself. If you keep saying yes, you're a people pleaser, you're going to people please all your life, you're going to get to 50, you're going to have a midlife crisis, you're going to look around and say, wow, I've got nothing. The midlife crisis is spending 50 years of trying to live in the outside world and then understanding you have to go within. So instead of being forced to go within as like trauma things would get you to do, as in my case, make the decision to start your journey. Ask some questions. Do you like what's going on around you? Do you like seeing what's happening in the world of scarcity and what's happening out there? You know, you got these people with, you know, millions and millions, billions of dollars, you know, they're not giving out money. They're not giving it back. Like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, come on people, really? Really? Yeah, look, I get that Elon wants to put rockets up there. I get it. Anyway, I'm not going to go down that thing. That's for you guys. I just know that some of these people with a lot of money are just pricks, and they don't mean anything to humanity at all. Put them around poor people, watch them walk over the top of them. You'll get the truth then. You can all do it. I have faith in each and every one of you that are here watching this. I know you can do it. I'm here with my actions and my information to prove that it can be done. I am not going to stop my journey. This is just starting. That's why this channel is here. So I can look back. Others can look back. And we're on this journey together. Not this COVID, we're all in together shit. This is a journey that we're on it together. And if we band together, like I see a lot of channels on YouTube are banding together and starting to create some great little communities, that's fantastic. Because the communities will meet other communities and we'll start integrating. And this is great. This is great. Shame it has to work on a digital platform, but right now, there's too much shit out there in this real world to knock on doors and say, hey, are you a genuine person? So, in the 3D, simplify your life, remove all the energy attachments you can, remove everything you possibly can, look at your thought process, look at your emotions. Of course, look at your diets, look at your hydration. Honestly, I'm not 100% up with that right now, And that's the whole idea of this video, so I can watch myself change as I grow, and you can too. Because am I where I want to be? No. Am I on my way? Yes, and I'm happy about that. Stay strong, everybody. Keep your consciousness in the fifth dimension and don't let anybody poke it. Have a good day.